that's from there and that's from there and that's not Grenadian. I mean, we love all forms of music, all genres, and we accept them, we love them. And I just personally like hip-hop music.
You know, when I tell people I'm deep into hip-hop and I grew up listening to a lot of hip-hop, they're like, oh, no. You know? But, I mean, I love hip-hop. I love hip-hop to my core. So I want to jump to Vin right now, because Vin, I mean, I remember back in the days, you know, let's not bring up back in the days, you know, when you used to say, hey, Miss Fletcher, oh, back then it was Miss Medford. Miss Medford, we want to do something on your show. And, you know, I'm like, yeah, come through. So tell us about your journey with the form of hip-hop and your role as a judge for the night.
Well, I'm pleased to be back home, first of all, Grenada. But for me, as P. Yankee said, back in college and I'd say GBSS days, we had a group called Future Styles, right. Which was myself, Rodney, Arflo, Piper, and Afiba. So we kind of got integrated into hip-hop from listening to American stuff and wanting to do our own type of hip-hop to influence Grenada and kind of put ourselves on the map. And I remember I don't remember the year, but Psycho Bob came out with that tune that everybody knows. Yeah. And we thought, wow, there's somebody local that's actually doing hip-hop, so we can come along and do our own thing too. So we took part in like the first talent search competition and you know, did our music videos and songs and you put them out on the radio and that type of stuff. So that kind of was our progression into making hip-hop and showing a lot of younger people that you can actually do it in Grenada and, you know, have your own influence on music.
Definitely. I mean, it's a struggle. It's still a struggle. I mean, but I think we've got some new soldiers on the route now who would hopefully, you know, you included, who would hopefully, you know, just bring it more to the forefront and let, especially I think more mature folks know that this is not gangster music, it's not violence music, because anything could be gangster based on your content. Excuse me, but then for you as a night, what are you going to be looking for?
Okay, for hip-hop, I just want to see the person who dominates the crowd, dominates their competitors, and obviously also comes across with intelligent lyrical content. Because with freestyle, as everybody would know, it's supposed to be off the top of your head. And I always say it's quite similar to like X-Tempo, where, you know, it's you know, off the top of your head straight away, you think of something, you look at the person's appearance or, you know, what they're wearing or maybe what they've said previously, and using that to your advantage to sort of you know, tease them, shows that you're very lyrically good, and hopefully the person who makes the biggest impact there will be the winner that night.
That's right.
Which means
I can't do that kind of competition. You know, they'll throw me out. They'll be like, no, you're crossing the line. Are you calling me? Are you calling me? Anyway, so that kind of competition is not for me. But I mean, I look at a lot of the, you know, such as the 106.
The Freestyle Fridays.
And let me tell you, man, I sit there and I cringe sometimes because I'm like, listen, you have to have a tough shell to take, you know, you know. Forget the whole saying about sticks and stones could break my bones. Words can't. Hello. I've seen some men falter on the words and just walked away, you know. But I know it's all about fun. It's all about, you know, your capabilities as a lyricist. To do the thing. And when we talk about capabilities, let's go to the man in white right now. Right, Mr. Lyricist. So you've copped this freestyle thing for how long? How many times?
For doing it with P. Yankee, I'm gonna get my Michael Jordan on Saturday. Go for that 3-peat.
All right.
But I've never lost. I've been doing freestyle rap since I'm about 13 years old. I ain't gonna tell you my age now.
That's
if it did the maths on it, I got a real good track record. But I like it. The way you get to express. I always tell people, I live and breathe hip-hop from the way I walk, the way I talk, the things I do. A lot of people don't get along with me too well because of my hip-hop-ish attitude, but you know what I'm saying? It's a way of life. It's what I do. I go away. Sometimes I get to battle different artists in different islands or whatever, and they can't make it. But if you take part, Lexan, guaranteed you're winning.
Excuse me?
You're winning. You're winning.
How do these guys all feel like they come on the show?
You're winning.
You know,
only once. I've only seen one girl ever take part in a freestyle battle in Grenada. And I think it's time we get some more girls involved. So you can be girls number 2.
I tell you, all I can do is, what? Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need to do.
Listen. You see, I'm like, okay. You know, so that, and then they'll be like, 10 points. You win. You're going to be the only person. But I think it'll be good fun. I mean, for you, Don, Not just change your name, Don Carlos. Trevor, you can't keep up. But anyway, for you, Don, today you're done. In terms of the competition, how do you build your psyche up? How do you get prepared to go there and do what you have to do?
And I'd be like, and then I go on stage and I look at them and I'm like, all right. And then I do it just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Spontaneous.
It's a natural thing, to be honest. I couldn't even explain to you how come I could actually freestyle as good as I could freestyle. But I thank the Lord that I can, because I can't do much of things good at, but I'm really good at this.
No, let me tell you, we all have a place on this planet.
Yeah.
So
I was
don't worry about that.
There's something that I can do and I get to pursue it and so, but it's all about, you have to read a lot and you have to know a lot of stuff. You can try to freestyle and you didn't have like a great, well, I wouldn't say a great vocabulary, but you need words besides the it was when and were, because and dog. Please, this battle, we're crying out that if you can cut out the usage of the word dog.
Okay.
Because everybody says it. And sometimes they say it like 15 times in one rhyme, and you know, stretch it out.
Right.
Do your thing. I hope a lot of people take part.
Son, I hope people come out. I mean, I know a lot of the younger population, we're trying to push that. So, Pianki, coming back to you, tell us about where's going to be the time, cost, entrance fee, etc.
All right, well, the battle is going on at the Old School Pub. It's this Saturday, March 26th, starts at 10 p.m. and the entrance fee is $10 to come inside. Okay. The battle itself should last, I would say, an hour and a bit, and then we have an after party, so you can stick around, have fun, chill out, talk to the battlers and whatnot, and find out when we're doing the next thing and all that sort of stuff. So $10 to come inside, pretty easy, pretty standard.
And I'm going to be a little biased now and just ask you, who's going to be your special? You got some special guest people coming through, I understand.
Oh yeah, we got some live performances. As a matter of fact, there's a particular song that is really buzzing over Facebook right now. It's from Metronome Records.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
It's Ex-Machina featuring Mr. President.
That's it, right.
Right. It's called King of the Underground.
Yeah.
Underground King, I should say.
King, yeah.
This is my English. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Underground Kings, and lyrically, wow, it's really masterful. The production, Metronome, they're professional,
Thank you.
You're welcome. International standard. It's great,
Good stuff.
Yeah, I've known Mr. Prezi for a while, I've known X-Mac for a while, and hearing their collaboration, it was uplifting. I heard it, and you always think you're good until years come by and you realize after experience, you get so much better. And I can compare what they were doing before, which was great, to what they've accomplished now, and I say, wow, they're making real great strides. And I got to big up X-Mac, the production. I mean, we went away and studied that stuff, he came back professional.
Don't clear now. Don't clear. Guys, I don't know how we're going for time. I need a time cue because
half an hour left.
Oh really? Because we do want to have a little freestyle session before we actually close it. How much more do we have? Yeah, we have a lot of time because what I want to bring to the table now is the whole, hip-hop music, young men. Let's talk about your family. What sort of reactions did you in particular, Vin, get from, let's say, your mom, your dad, or your grandparents about this whole hip-hop, the era, the persona, everything? What kind of feedback did you get?
Well, as the guys who used to be involved with me in the crew would tell you, my grandparents, I live with my grandparents, or used to live with them, so we had a nice setup at home in terms of like the stereo and everything. I remember we used to like try to play our music and they just wouldn't like to hear it at all because obviously, sometimes the profanities and stuff like that. But I always remember them thinking, like, what the hell are you doing? What are you really up to? What is this kind of hip-hop rap stuff that you do? But I think what really changed for them is when they would see us perform on television and then hear us on all the radio stations and our music playing, and they sort of tell people, oh, that's my grandson.
Hey, whole different.
You get a whole different sort of reaction. So although they might not get it as per se, the fact that they see you doing well at it, and it gives you some pleasure, and they're proud of you. I think at the end of the day, as long as you're not hurting anybody, and you good positive music, then I think that they turned around to it and they appreciated what I was trying to do.
Definitely. Well said. What about you, Don?
No, well,
You didn't think I was going to ask you?
I got a lot of support from my parents, especially my father. My father is a music fiend. He really likes music. So I guess I picked up the whole music thing from him anyway, so he didn't have no problem. They were kind of iffy at first because I'm like, oh, I want to rap this, that, and the other. And it's like, but you're living in Grenada, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, well, you do have a point. But as he said, when they see you do it and they realize, well, you're good at it, whatever, they go along with it.
Right.
It's not like, I ain't breaking a place.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What do you have to say about the guys who take it just a tad bit too far in terms of, you know, taking it and making it something really ugly? And we don't want it to be ugly. We know it's an art. And, you know, I think some guys get carried away with it, you know, for other reasons. I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, people are individuals, and no matter what art form you're in, there will be rebels, there will be people doing destructive things, there will be negativity, and I just don't think that negativity should be stereotyped to hip-hop people, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, if you talk about even some of the legendary jazz people, you know, all the funk people, all the, you know, I mean, like, I mean, I don't want to even
Call a name, Jimi Hendrix.
you know, I mean, Rick James, you know, and I mean, these guys were into some serious negativity, man. You know, I mean, that's off stage and whatnot, you know, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we cannot say, oh, it's because they're this kind of singer. That's the reason why. That's their how they are. That's their personality. And
people be people.
You know, I don't think that hip hop is responsible for, you know, people's act. Like how I see it is that, like I said before, hip hop is an expression of self. You know what I mean? So what you see on television, if these guys are rapping about money, that's their expression. That's what they're expressing. They're rapping about girls or whatever they're rapping about. That's their expression, you know, and it should be taken that way. So not everybody who is a hip hop artist is going to be talking about the same thing. It's all about your personal experiences, your life, what you've been through, and you know, that's what I gotta say about it.
One-on-one, greatest hip hop artist of all times, or rap of all times, rapper of all times.
For me, Jay-Z.
Really?
Yeah.
Don?
Snoop Dogg.
Calvin. Okay.
Well,
Calvin.
Well, I mean, definitely, I gotta agree with Vin. I would say Jay-Z is probably the best hip hop artist. My favorite personality, though, I just really like Diddy, man. That's my favorite hip hop personality.
Diddy can sell the piece of dirt on the
Wow.
table. That's what makes him.
And the thing is, you know you don't want it, you know.
Yeah, but no, you buy it.
You
I
still
guess
buy
some
it.
Diddy dirt.
You some Diddy dirt. You'll buy it. You will buy it.
I want to know what your favorite artist of all time hip hop is, Lexan.
I don't know if I have all time. You know, I mean I was a Tupac follower, and I am into Jay-Z, but I think there's some new guys coming on the scene now that are truly impressive. And Marlon knows exactly the name that I'm going to call.
They can listen to Nicki Minaj, though. I can see you listening to a lot of Nicki Minaj.
I'll break your heart right now. And right now, who I'm listening to is Lupe Fiasco and J. Cole.
Oh, okay.
Those two guys right now.
J. Cole's nice too, though.
You know, I mean, but, you know, Jay holds it down, Jay-Z. He really holds it down.
Listen to Lupe Fiasco. His music is not like your normal hip hop girls and bling and stuff. It's more positive music with a message.
Yeah.
So they're going, have it. It all depends on who you listen to.
Yeah.
And what you choose to listen to.
I think he's incredible. I think he's amazing because of his story, and you know, he always has such good content. I mean, I'm crazy about the album right now, and I'm just listening. And to me, I think, you know, music on the whole, you know, should make you think.
Yes.
You know, we have the feel good stuff that we like to take our shoes off and jump around and do what we have to do. I think, but ultimately, if an artist really touches you lyrically in terms of it make you stop driving and think, they got me. I'm sold. They got me. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
You know, so it's pretty interesting. But we have a nice thing going here, guys. Hey, next time we might let it come back for a whole hour. But no worries. We still have time. We still have time to do that freestyle session.
So
we're gonna take a quick break. Man, you never know. I make a fool of myself all the time on TV. But folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.